Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 29 of my weight loss journey. We are so close to the 1 month milestone, and today I started off with my weekly weigh-in update, and today we weighed 326.4 pounds. So I am up zero point 0.4 from yesterday's weigh-in. Doesn't necessarily surprise me, as you guys may have seen in yesterday's video. I enjoyed Taco Bell for the first time this month, and also had some soda and things like that yesterday, so not really sweating it too much. But today I am going to do my 10,000 steps. I'm going to do at least 30 minutes of cycling, and I have my strength workout for my new program that I joined. The first one of those, so hopefully that goes good and we can stay consistent and stick that one all the way through for the 4 weeks. At some point today, my wife and I have to go all the way back to our dealership to pick up our car with its new windshield and other repair that's been made. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we had to get some car work done, and we've been on one car for the last several days instead of two, so coordinating with each other over this weekend has been a little more difficult than usual. But yeah, overall, I'm feeling encouraged and excited to continue progressing on our goal. I think my emphasis for month 2 is going to be on cleaner eating, because I'm already, exercising at a pretty extreme pace. And so rather than escalating from that point forward, I just want to make sure that I'm eating whole foods and sticking to my meal plan a little bit better than I did in this first month. Today's daily affirmation was do it for your family. From the outside perspective, people who aren't obese maybe don't understand how being unhealthy isn't just a negative impact on your life, but it hurts the people around you and the people closest to you as well. I've definitely felt like a burden at points in my life to my wife and my family for things that I just simply wasn't able to do, right? I couldn't go on some roller coaster rides. I don't like to go hiking because it sucks walking while being overweight. And so doing this for myself, yes, but also doing this for my loved ones to extend my life so I have more time with them and to open up more possibilities for things that I can do comfortably and I'm more excited to do with them. And then I got my daily progress pictures as well. We're going to be reviewing these in 2 days here on the channel. We'll look at day 1 versus day 30's progress photo and see if we can spot any differences. Personally, I feel like the main difference I've seen has been in my face and my legs. So I feel like my midsection where I carry most of my weight probably hasn't changed much, but there's definitely some more definition in my legs than when I started, and it has been pretty cool to see. But yeah, that should about sum up what the plan is for the day, and I'm actually going to get started with some breakfast and office work. I was going to go to the gym first thing this morning, but kind of woke up a little late, and with the whole driving to the dealership looming over my head, I've got to try to fit in these workouts when I can. So start with breakfast, get some work done in the office, and then I'll probably do my strength workout and cycling at the gym. And we'll just make up whatever steps we're missing by that point later in the day. I forgot to get a clip of me making breakfast, but I just have my pancake protein bowl here. So I'm going to dig into that while getting some work done in the office. All right, guys, so after doing some work this morning in the office, it's time for our strength workout. I'm doing the first one in my new program, so let's get after it. All right, everybody, Future Ben here with a workout breakdown. Starting with our warm-up, we're getting the shoulders and chest nice and stretched out here with this opening move. Next up, we've got some shoulder shrugs. And then we have some side bending, getting some long stretches in here, ready for the workout. Giving myself some hugs, getting the blood pumping. Into our first exercise, which is a barbell chin-up, I think is what they called it. But basically, it's kind of like a seated row. I realized after this first set, my hands were not probably wide enough for this move. But overall, it felt pretty good. Low reps today, but heavy weight. And then the second exercise here is like a shoulder stretch. I forget what they call them, but you keep your hands and elbows low to the ground while moving them down towards your rib cage. And then here we have a similar exercise, which is from a kneeling position where I have a reverse grip, but I'm doing like a chin-up motion. I believe both the first and this exercise are back exercises.
And then here I have a reverse grip barbell tricep extension. I actually hated this. I don't know if it's just my body or I wasn't understanding where to put my hands appropriately, but I had a hard time keeping my hands facing me, if that makes sense. So while I did feel that move in my triceps, it just like was confusing and I felt like I was focusing too much on the move itself instead of the workout. Anyway, then we did some chest flies, which is an exercise that I know and love all too well. So laying back here on the bench, trying to get a good stretch in my chest, keep good form, and yeah, nothing to it. Into one of our last main exercises, which is the standing shoulder press. Nothing really to say for this one either. Pretty self-explanatory. Try to use good form, go slow on the eccentric movement, and build up those shoulders. So altogether, pretty good workout today. I didn't film much of the cooldown because it was all on the ground, but there was a cooldown after this last set.
Alright guys, so I just finished the workout. To be honest, I was a little disappointed with today. Not in my own effort, but just in the programming that I was following. I felt like it was a bit too easy, especially coming after that advanced lift that we had done previously. So I know that I've been doing a lot of program swapping, trying to dial it in to find exactly what is right for my current level. But like I said, I really want to challenge myself as much as possible. And, I don't want to overdo it, and I want to make sure that I have, time to recover between workouts and everything. But even pushing myself, as hard as I could with these movements, I just felt like I didn't give enough today for my strength training. So probably going to go back to the drawing board. Tomorrow was going to be a rest day because I have my personal training workout and session in the morning. So I'm going to use the time I have until Thursday to find a program that hopefully will fit us a bit better. But overall, still really good workout, pushed really hard, and now it's time to go to the gym and get some cycling done. Alright guys, so after that workout, I've got my double serving of protein shake here. I'm going to take it with me to the gym and sip on it until I get there. But just wanted to say, obviously trying to prioritize as much protein as possible, being in the big deficit that I'm in, to hopefully be able to sustain new muscle growth in this process. So, when eating so little calories, trying to maximize the amount of protein that I'm getting. But I'm off to the gym now to do some cycling. All right, guys, gym workout done. I did 30 minutes of cycling, and then I've always been intimidated by the Stairmaster. I've never done one before. So I did 10 minutes of the Stairmaster afterwards, and I'm sufficiently exhausted. Guys, I laid down to take a nap, and like 10 minutes after I fell asleep, my wife came in to come tell me that the dealership said the cars were ready and we had to leave. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I am like negative energy. I've never felt like this at all in this first month. All right, I am home safe and sound with the car. Returned from the dealership, and I am hungry. So I'm going to be eating dinner, and I'm actually going to be doubling up on my usual dinner portion just because I still need like 1,100 calories today. So it's going to be that protein pasta, meatballs, Alfredo sauce, and broccoli. So I'm going to get to work on that and see you guys at mealtime. I just finished making dinner, and listen, I know that this bowl looks comically large, and to an extent, I would agree with you. But considering this is like the bulk of the food that I'm eating today, I don't want to hear about it. So broccoli, protein pasta, meatballs, Alfredo, you guys know the drill. I'm going to enjoy this while hanging out with my dog, who's also eating. And then after I take a bit to digest this massive meal, go and get my steps in. I've only walked like 2,000 steps today, so I'm going to be at the gym for a minute. But that's all right. This is the closest I've come to not getting my 10,000 steps a day completed. It's nearly 7 o'clock, and I only have about 2,000 steps done so far, which means that I'm going to be walking for at least an hour and a half, pretty late into the day. And looking back at my averages for the past, 28 days, there are several days in there where I've gone 15,000, 16,000, above and beyond that 10,000 limit. And so the argument could be made, well, just, if you average everything together, you've done it. However, that's not the commitment that I made to myself. and I haven't missed a single day of getting 10,000 steps at minimum, and I'm not going to now. So off to the gym to go get these steps cranked out. One advantage over, walking this late in the day is I can probably do my whole walk outside without getting sunburned, so that's good. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up the walk. My wife and dog met me on the street because she just got home, so they're cheering me on to the finish line. Well, would you look at the time? I actually don't know what time it is, but I'm in bed. We got home from the walk, and I showered and just immediately crawled into bed in agony. Very tired after today. I don't know what's up. I mean, my nutrition was mostly the same. My exercises was, pretty much what I've been doing the last 4 or 5 days. But it just hit like way harder today. So gonna get a good night's rest because tomorrow morning I have my first official session with my personal trainer where they're probably going to torture me and then carry on as business as usual from that point. But just wanted to say thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about what I'm doing or where I'm at. But again, thanks for watching. Stay motivated, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.